Hello, everyone, and welcome to your second You Pick Tuesday comparison requests. This is Lee Priest, the early 2000s Iron Man. It's the 2006. I'm sure that's the one that Madman wanted. Versus New York Pro Nicolas Cage, or Nicholas Walker, for goodness sakes. Anyway, he was an actor. This is a bodybuilder. Anyway, guys, Lee Priest, he meant business. He meant business. True giant killer. For sure. As is Sean Clarita. And food for thought, my very first You Pick Tuesday that I just did earlier. It has already got a request for next week. Lee Priest versus Sean Clarita, who is the real giant killer. But first, Lee Priest has to deal with Nick Walker. He's so big. He's so huge. Look at the width of his upper body. He's dwarfing guys nowadays in the open class. Let alone Lee Priest. What does Lee have going for him? Well, he's got some aesthetics, depending on your taste, I guess. But he has some of the biggest, proportionately for his body, biggest arms in IFBB. Look how round and full those biceps are. Of course, that's the thing. Nick Walker, he thrives. He thrives in this area. Go to the front lat spread. And already this has turned out to be a good matchup. Lee Priest does not have the conditioning in the wheels that Nick Walker has. Let's face it. He does, however, possess a better structure, at least in this shot. He has a smaller waistline, better V-taper. So I would wager to say the smaller frame here is able to defeat maybe better conditioned, larger physique. And that's 2 against 1. So is he really defeating Nick Walker here? I think so. Go to the side chest development. And I do believe this is going to be size over substance. Both guys, tremendous condition here. Actually, from the side, they look very similar in that area. I like the shape of Lee Priest. Small little wee waistline. Nice bow chest there. Very good, very good. Arms. Look at the biceps on Lee Priest. Monstrous, monstrous. Of course, like I said earlier, Nick Walker, he thrives in an area like that. And I think it's going to be size over substance. Go to the side tricep. It's going to be the same thing here. Well, Lee Priest definitely shows more of a tricep meat, the meat itself. He's tilting more. But what that does, it takes away from his physique, the torso heap. Nick Walker, his torso heap, doesn't look too bad in this one. So I guess if you're focused on the arm, Lee Priest could get a win. But if you're focused more on the aesthetics, the whole physique, Nick Walker's getting a win. Let's have a look at the back shots. And this is lights out. What can I say? As good as Lee Priest was, his back just did not match his front, in my opinion, with all due respect. I'm sure if Lee Priest was here right now, he would say, well, who cares who has and who doesn't have strawed glutes? They do look pretty tight, strided, for Lee Priest, that is, here in the 06 Iron Man. Good hamstrings as well. Keep in mind, Nick Walker, some of the best hamstrings in all of the land. But it was more than just that. Lee Priest, he did not have the lat spread, the back development of a Nick Walker. He did have some dangerous traps there, as you can see. So the guy was pretty darn good, but nowhere near as close as Nick Walker in the rear lat spread. Food for thought, New York Pro, Nick Walker, the very best version of him in this pose. Go to the rear double. Scared you there, didn't I? It is the best rear lat spread he has posed, or he has shot, though, at a competition. At the New York Pro. This is what can I say, guys? Back for back. It's just a dominance. There's no matchup. I can see some strided glutes though, so kudos to the Australian native. What's his name's from Australia too? Desktop bodybuilding. You guys ever watch Desktop Bodybuilding? Good channel, starring Xavier Wills. Or is it Xavier? Starts with an X. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If your name has an X in it. Imagine signing with an X. Huh? Anybody? I sign with an M. Go to the abs and thigh. Ridiculous. Simply ridiculous. This is a situation, much like the front lat spread, where it's going to be 2 against 1, but the one's going to win. The condition, Nick Walker, let's face it, he's got a notch at the top of my sheet that says he's winning in conditioning. Lee Priest is winning on aesthetics, but this pose here, it is muscle for muscle, much like a man winning a front double or a front lat for having big biceps or big lats. Here in the abs and thigh, you generally look for a smaller waistline with a more chiseled waistline, more chiseled abs. And that's what Lee Priest has. Doesn't have the cuts, but he does have some fine, thick quads there. Not too shabby at all for the Australian. Aussie all the way to the most muscular size here for Nick Walker. Huge. Wide as 2 barn doors. Here's 2 barn doors, a la Tominator. And as you can see, the delts are just bigger for Nick Walker. His chest is bigger. But Lee Priest has some arms that would match pretty much anybody's. Anybody. He's got a good set of abs as well. But I mean, Nick Walker, he's a Hostetler stud, beast, mutate. He's the mutate. That's it. Here is your winner. The 2021 New York Pro Champion. 2021 Arnold's Classics Champion. Oh, come on. Get to the soda shop. The House of Pies. Me and Franco would go to the House of Pies and slap some pies in. Eat a couple of shots. Anyway, guys, Nick Walker, he's the Arnold Classic Champion. That's where that came from. He's also a 5th place person at the Olympia, and if you know your history, your stats, he doesn't have to qualify for next year. So he can get jacked. I'm sure he'll compete. I hope he does. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. That's 2. You picked Tuesday. I selected 2 videos because Tuesday. You got Monday, which is 1. Tuesday, which is 2. Then you get, I thought Thursday for 3. Friday 4. What happened to Wednesday? That's weird, man. Anyway, guys, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Have a great day.